Hello, welcome to part 2 of my Jeep build. I'm not sure what to call it. It just has Jeep build, Jeep build, saga, build, I don't know. Alright, so Jeep build. So yeah, this video I'm going to be talking about first, what happened and what really solidated my decision on doing this swap. And spending way too much money on this thing, but it's gonna be cool, so I don't care. Anyways, so yeah, what solidated my decision? What I think was a huge issue as to why the stock motor has such a low power issue, like I was saying in my first video. I don't even think there was anything wrong with the engine after seeing what it was. So I'll show you a video of that. And then the rest of the video will just be removing the engine, cleaning the frame and everything, removing the engine mounts, and cleaning everything up, grinding and whatnot, and installing the new motor mounts. So yeah, a little bit we'll be going to this video. I might show you a little bit of the new stuff I'm putting in. So as far as a few pictures of the fuel system I have, or I put in it, and I might show you a picture of the drivetrain. Not all together. It was all separated. Unfortunately, only picture I got out of it. But yeah, I'll show you a picture of that. Yeah, this will be the last video. Not the last video. The last video of all the old, boring engine removal and all the crappy 6-cylinder Jeep OEM parts and whatnot. No one likes that. I like V8s. So I'm just going to try and make these videos a little better as I go along, a little more enjoyable to watch. The first video, it was all from my phone. The videos didn't come out as good as I wanted them to on my phone, so I'll try and get a little better quality videos. They're better for me to work with, they're better for you to watch and enjoy, so and actually see things, because I realized my other videos were pretty close to potato quality. No one likes that. I myself can't stand that. So, but yeah, that's it. Enjoy. Alright, so there's a little backstory on kind of what made me decide I wanted to do this swap. I was working on this thing, trying to get it to run right, and they were just giving me troubles, like one thing after another. It was ridiculous. So I narrowed the issue down to possibly being the timing. So, no big deal. I just wanted to check a few things before I went straight to, tearing apart the engine. And so I went to spin the crank bolt for the harmonic balancer, and when you go to that feeling when you go spin something, in the tightening direction, and it gets loose again. Yeah. So what happened to me? So the crank bolt broke, which I have here. See that? I don't know if you can see it though. It broke. Yep. Inside the crank. So I had about here about ½ an inch of the threads stuck about 1.5 inches inside the crank. So I was not replacing the crank in this thing, and I kind of just call it quits at that, and yeah, started the swap, or just solidated the idea of just getting rid of this whole drivetrain, because it was ridiculous. So but I just wanted to share with you an idea I had to, if you're in the same position, or ever do, I hope, no one goes through that. So what you do is you can get, called a impact screwdriver, right here, one of these. So basically you hit the end here with a hammer, and the impact of this going forward will push this in, kind of see that, and it'll also turn this. So you have the drive and bite into the back of your broken, well, what it's supposed to be used for, into the back of the head of the screw, and it'll turn it also, so it won't slip and gouge up the head. So, but I use this and the flat head side of it to get a grab on the back of the broken bolt, and it got a good grab enough, kind of right on that ridge. You can kind of see, not really, I don't know, and it just broke it free. I was able to unscrew it, so that saved a lot of headache, and now I can actually sell the motor, and you know, for someone who wants to tinker with it, or you know, yeah, I'm not interested in the motor. I got a better motor to put in it, so yeah, that's a trick. If you ever run to a bad situation like I did, get one of these. I got this at Harbor Freight. It was like $8, so $8 saved me a lot of headache and a lot of money too. So yeah, there you go. I'm gonna get back to this thing and pull this motor out. Let's go. I just cut off the bottom half, which is like an internal fuel filter. First, this is what drained out of it. So that's what was getting sucked through the fuel pump. This is cutting it off. Look at that. Dirty, like, wow. And this is the bottom of the bucket. That's a lot of stuff in there. It's crazy. Filter. I think that's the issue. I just put this short clip into the video just to show you that how I got the motor mounts off. There's obviously various ways to get them off, but what I did was just take the angle grinder with the cutoff wheel and just chunk them off, and then I took the air chisel and along the seam of the welds I just followed it with the air chisel until it pretty much just peeled right off. And all I have to do is just take the flap wheel and clean up the rest of the welds. So it's a pretty easy way to do it. All you gotta make sure is just wear protection, because it's loud and sparks and you can get hurt easily. So there you go. Alright, so it's been a couple days since the last update. So yeah, what I got done was I got the fuel system pretty much all set. I took out the stock sending unit and gutted the basket. I put bulkhead fittings on top and put a draw straw for the feet, and then also like a jaw straw, not really a return straw, I guess you call it. Yeah, that's all done. I made brackets for the fuel pump. That's done, all painted up. Fuel system's pretty much all mounted up and everything. I just have the lines you can see right there and there, just hanging there, just until I get the engine in and all the correct measurements to cut them to length and stuff. I also got the transmission mount made up, welded in, and I made up the shift cable mount. There we go. So yeah, the shifter goes through all the gears, and yeah, just gotta clean it up, paint it tomorrow, not tonight, it's getting late. So tomorrow's plan would be take that mock-up block I have, I'm going to clean up the frame, needle scale it, blast it all down with the air, and degrease and more air, and paint it. Probably install the actual motor. And yeah, alright, tomorrow, more updates, more exciting things. And don't worry, I didn't forget about the good stuff. I wish I had a video to share with you, but unfortunately this is all I have of the drivetrain out of the Jeep. So as far as specifications, the engine is a 6.0 truck engine, Gen 3 LS. What's been done to it is BTR Stage 3 PDS torque cam with push rods, beehive valve springs, pin crank, and I ported the heads. It also has a general rebuild. For the transmission, it is a 4L80E built with a billet input shaft, 22 to 2400 RPM stall, torque converter, Transgo HD2 kit, complete rebuild, and a Sunac overdrive override system. The supercharger is a stock LSA supercharger. But yeah, so that gives you a general idea of what I have going on. It's a great looking setup. I must say to myself, I'm very excited to get this thing going and finally drive it and get some good content for you guys. Thanks for hanging in there. If you made it this far, again, thank you. I know the talking's all boring and stuff, but it all leads to a pretty exciting project. So have a good one, and I will see you later.